There's only 2 weeks left in April. What seniors need to know for their last month?
Plus, get ready to step in time with this year's DHS Spring Musical, how you can reserve your seat.
And we highlight the story on justice from our latest documentary, Undrinkable 3: Resilience. DTV News starts right now.
Seniors, our days here are numbered, and there are some important dates to keep in mind. Good afternoon, Davison.
May 17th, caps and gowns will be given out during all lunches. May 20th through the 23rd are senior exams. Make sure to study up.
May 23rd is the seniors' last day, as well as the walk through Thompson. June 6th is Senior Honors Night, and June 10th is graduation rehearsal at 9 a.m. at the Dort Financial Center. This is a mandatory event for all seniors.
The graduation ceremony will be at 7 that night at the same place. Parking will be $10. Project graduation will be after the ceremony at Genesis Athletic Center. You can find an article with the full list of dates on our website, dtvnews.org. The DHS Spring Musical Mary Poppins opens this Thursday night at 7. It will also be on Friday night and Saturday afternoon. This year, you can buy your tickets and choose your seat online. Just use the QR code on your screen now, or you can use the link in the daily announcements. Tickets are $12. They can also be purchased in the main office or at the door with cash only. Make sure to grab your tickets to see what will probably be the last musical in the DHS auditorium.
The DHS prom is less than 2 weeks away and will be next Saturday, the 27th, at the Lafayette Grand in Pontiac. Buses will leave the high school at 5 p.m. sharp. They will head home at 10 and arrive back at DHS around 11 that night. You will need your prom ticket and a photo ID to board the bus. Have a fun and safe prom, Davison.
For the longest time, the lot on the south side of the school has been full of construction vehicles, while the new Performing Arts Center is being built. But now it is in process of becoming a parking lot. The fence has been taken down and the old asphalt is being torn up. Remember to be safe when driving or going near any construction sites on campus.
The DHS Key Club is hoping to take a crunch out of hunger by collecting cereal boxes. All boxes will be donated to the Food Distribution Center at the Davison United Methodist Church. You can drop them off in the main office in the mornings before school. Donations will be taken until April 26th. Key Club is also selling chocolate bars for $1 until the 22nd.
Students and parents, you can share your favorite memories of the 2024 senior class by submitting pictures for the senior slideshow. Just turn them in to Senior Class President Trinity Campbell at the email on your screen now. They are looking for any type of school-appropriate pictures, but especially ones from younger years. There is a limit of 10 pictures per submission, and they are accepting submissions until May 1st. Coming up in sports, Dresden covers the girls' game against Carmen last night.
And in weather, our summer temps are expected to take a dip.
When you look back on it, it's almost like you can't believe that happened.
What's going on here?
There was no playbook for being poisoned.
You know, once you lose trust, that is one of the hardest things to gain back.
You never imagined that something like that could happen in the community where you live.
Will it ever go back to normal? No.
Last night, the girls' soccer team had a blowout win versus Carmen Ainsworth. The game ended with an 8-0 shutout win, with Davison being the victors. Tomorrow's game is canceled, so the Lady Cards will be back in action next week. The baseball and softball teams also had their games yesterday, with the softball team winning their first game 12-5, but their second game didn't go as good, with a loss of 4-0. Unfortunately for the baseball team, they played their all but lost in the end with a close score of 12-11, with their second game being canceled due to how dark it got. The athletic office is looking for game help workers for the DHS athletic events. This is a paid position if you're hired. If you're interested, please see Mrs. Bruce in the athletic office. There have been many games over the week, and there are more to come. Today there'll be a girls' tennis game at Midland Dow High School. Also happening today, the girls' lacrosse team is playing at White Pine Middle School versus Saginaw Heritage. The softball team is playing versus Oxford today as well. And Thursday, the baseball team plays at Midland High School at 3:30, and then at 4, the softball team also plays Midland here at home. While at the same time, the tennis team plays at Carmen Ainsworth High School. Then finally, to end it all off at 7, the boys lacrosse team plays Grand Blanc here at home for an SVL. Good luck and go Cards! Hey Coop, can we expect some flowers with these April showers?
Dresden, it's going to look very good near the end of the week, except there is going to be a dip in temperatures, and around Thursday there is going to be some thunderstorms. So if you look at our radar right now, unfortunately we're having some tech difficulties, but we can see a storm happening in the Minneapolis area, but we can see it's perfectly good here for our mitten right now. But I will give you the forecast right now. Today is going to be around 66 degrees, partly cloudy. It's a great day outside. Then tomorrow, the temperatures are going to still stay consistent. However, we are going to get some thunderstorms. But the temps are going to start to go down, unfortunately. As we head to Thursday, it's going to go to 66. Then Friday, it's going to be 57. But if we take a look outside right now, I am so sorry, but if we did look outside, we can see that it would be an amazing day right now. You can see that the sun is out, the grass is green, the current temp is right now 61 degrees, and the winds are 9 miles per hour. I'm going to send things back to the desk.
As we come up on the 10th anniversary of the Flint water crisis, DTV has covered several angles of it in our newly released documentary, Undrinkable 3: Resilience.
DTV will be highlighting stories from Undrinkable 3 one at a time on our newscast to bring some insight to the process. Today, we're going to introduce you to the justice side of the crisis.
Cooper Austin takes a look at one of the many frustrating parts of the Flint water crisis. Through lots of starts and stops and false promises, we know now that justice will never be served.
I just feel like if you do wrong, then you should pay the price. That ruined a lot of people's lives, even mine, really.
After years of the people of Flint having a lead-filled water supply, the government finally started taking some kind of accountability.
I am sorry, and I will fix it. No citizen of this great state should endure this kind of catastrophe. Government failed you. Federal, state, and local leaders.
Governor Rick Snyder made apologies, but the problems were just too big for a quick fix. After a decade of investigation, congressional hearings, courtroom testimony, civil suits all point to the state being liable for the start of the crisis, nobody has paid the price. The criminal investigations were like a never-ending roller coaster and were a huge disappointment for the people of Flint. Michigan's former Attorney General Bill Schuette's charges included 15 people, 2 companies, but no governor. Several of the charges included misconduct in office, conspiracy, and for some, involuntary manslaughter. And with these charges came promises he could not keep. These charges were a big step for justice in Flint, but they had one glaring omission. Governor Rick Snyder was charged with nothing. The new Attorney General Dana Nessel came in after Schuette's term ended. In June of 2019, out of nowhere, Nessel and the prosecution team dropped all of the charges brought forth by Schuette. This led to even more theory in Flint, as people thought the government had betrayed them once again. Nessel appointed a prosecution team that included attorneys Kim Worthy and Fadwa Hamoud to run the Flint water investigation. And with a new prosecution team came not-so-new promises.
But we will get it done. We will make the right and just decision at the end of our investigation.
Please have a seat. We have somebody at the microphone.
And I want to be up there. I signed in.
It took a year and a half for Nessel's team to bring new charges, but she finally did in January of 2021. Some of these charges included misconduct in office, willful neglect of duty, And once again, involuntary manslaughter. And this time, former Governor Snyder was added to the list of defendants. 2.5 years, many court appearances and appeals later, there were no trials, and still no answers from the Attorney General.
The water you drink is toxic. Every aspect of your life will be impacted by whether or not you vote.
That perfectly transitions into the Flint water crisis. Do we have any updates on the investigation?
Not at this time, no.
Really? All right, so it's been 10 years. Do you think justice is going to be... All right. Thank you. In the end, the prosecution failed due to the decision to use a one-man grand jury. That backfired on them when the Michigan Supreme Court ruled that the use of a one-man grand jury was unconstitutional. Finally, on November 1st of 2023, all of the charges were officially dropped. The prosecution described the decision as putting the final nail in the coffin for the Flint water prosecutions.
These cases are not going forward because the evidence isn't there. It doesn't mean that the defendants are not guilty. It means that no one will ever hear and no decision will ever be made because this evidence is being denied from being heard.
After the years of suffering the Flint people have had to go through, they are noticing the pure lack of justice.
Nothing has changed, but it's a symptom of a worse problem. We have polluted the earth, the water, the air, and that's the way it is.
Well, there was a time when we thought we was going to see something good happening for us, but then it comes that nothing's going to happen,
It has been 10 years since the start of the Flint water crisis. Since then, there have been 2 attorney generals, 2 sets of charges, thousands of lead-poisoned children, at least 12 deaths because of the water, and yet still, zero justice for the people of Flint.
Joining us now on the desk is Cooper Austin. Cooper, why is it that all of the charges were eventually dropped?
Cammie, there was evidence. There was a case. The charges were in place, but because of a technicality, that is why the Flint people have been given zero justice today. The decision to use a one-man grand jury in this case has proven beyond a doubt to be costly. It's hard to think about the Flint people's struggle, and for what? The people unfortunately couldn't trust their government to do the right thing and bring the charges to fruition.
So we're hearing that there's civil suits and around $600 million has been awarded to the people of Flint. So where are we on that?
Not a cent has been given back to the Flint people. They haven't gotten judges through the criminal courts, and unfortunately, as of now, they have not been given justice for the civil courts either.
Thanks, Cooper. This Thursday, DTV will show the story on the broken trust the Flint people have currently towards their government.
You can watch the full documentary Undrinkable 3 Resilience now on our YouTube channel. Just search DTV News. Well, that'll do it for us here at DTV. Have a wonderful day, Davison. We'll see you right back here on Thursday. Take care.